occasion. I don't think last year it fell on my birthday, but this year it did, so I really liked it.
And then once being part of a recruiting cycle, and now entering your sophomore year as kind of it's a team game, but being a face of a program, what has held true about the Blue Devil brand when you were entering, as you were getting sold it, and now that you're representing it?
I think, there's a lot of different things, but I think for us, it's probably hard work and effort. I think Coach Kara, she talks about those things a lot. Just being able to not let ourselves down, then also not let our teammates down either, and just put that effort in, no matter what we're doing, because we're going to get tired. That happens in the game, but being able to push through the fatigue of that, and then just mentally get through that, because your mental will give up before your body does. That's what Coach Kara always loves to say. So look at me quoting her. But just going through with that effort, and I think that's been the standard, and I don't think it's going to drop for anybody.
And then if dunking's part of your reputation, is there maybe a certain dunk or maybe the frequency in which you're able to implement dunks over your college career that maybe you want to highlight the ability of the women's game in terms of getting able to get to the rim?
I think the dunking is a really important part just because it highlights what we're doing. It just shows a next level of kind of athleticism within the women's game, so I think it's going to be really important for me this year. There's a lot of things that I'm focused on, not just the dunking part. I'm just developing myself as a player in general. But I think, hopefully, freshman year was a lot. There was so much going on, so I don't think dunking was, at the top. But for me, sophomore year, I think that I'm more used to the game and what I've been doing. So I think that for sure this year, I'm going to try to get a few in and see what happens. But I think it'd be really cool, and just to draw that kind of attention to the women's game as well.
And then the first line of your Wikipedia is highlighting the different sports you played and participated in growing up.
Yeah.
Long jumping's obvious, gymnastics kind of obvious, but ballet, in terms of what aspects of ballet, whether it be balance or finesse, that you still try to implement in your daily life mentally and maybe even on the court?
That's a great question. I think I did ballet for 2 months when I was 5. So I don't know exactly what I can carry over. I think I might need to take a few more dancing lessons, so maybe I'll get back into ballet. But I would say, maybe the footwork, because I feel like that's a really big part of dancing, and then basketball as well. So I don't know exactly what I carry over, but I think just that coordination. Yeah.
Toby, what's the level of comfort right now compared to last year at this time where you're still trying to wrap your head around what's happening in college? Now you know what's happening. You had a successful first year, and you're coming back with 9 other players who already you played with last year. What's the level of comfort for you heading into this year?
I feel a lot more comfortable with my position on the team, my role, and then also just the chemistry on the team as well, because I'm so used to the girls. I've gotten to know them really well. They're my best friends off the court, and then I think that helps us with what we're trying to do on the court as well. So I'm definitely a lot more confident within my ability, because last year there was so much going on that it was hard to, understand exactly what I was trying to do, what key points I was trying to focus on. But this year, I kind of know what I need to develop, and I know where my growth areas are, and then I also know what I can do on the court based on freshman year. And as I said before, you can't carry anything over, but based on last year, I feel like it's easier to understand what my goals are for this year and also what I'm capable of as well.
For somebody like Ariana and then also the newer players who are coming in, what do you think they'll be adding to the team that maybe could help you guys go a little bit further this year and reach your goals?
I think that the new players coming in are going to be really key focuses for us. I've seen all of them play. I can go into each individual player. Ari is going to add length for us on defense. And then also just on the offensive end, she's an amazing player. Just watching her, in the summer, practice a little bit with us, it's been really incredible just knowing kind of where she's going to fit in on the team, because she's been such an amazing friend for me off the court. And then this year, I think that she's going to make a big difference for us on the court as well. Riley, she's just a pure shooter. She's really good at just running through plays. And then I think Em is going to be a great addition as a big guard for us. She's kind of very versatile with her ability, so she can do a lot on the court, and her game kind of expands. She's a big guard. She can shoot. She can do all that kind of stuff. So I think that each player has their key role that they have and an area that they're going to fill for our team. And I'm just really excited to see them play, honestly, because we haven't played any real games together yet. I mean, I know Countdown, but that was against like our practice players. So I'm just excited for Paris and to see us kind of all how we gel together.
Coach said that there's a chance that she'll do 2 forward lineups because of the length, because of the athleticism. How does that help out the team, and how does that free you up a little bit if you're playing next to somebody who also has a lot of length?
I think it makes us very versatile within what we're doing because we have forwards that can kind of play every position, if that makes sense. We're able to have forwards that can handle the ball. If they need to bring it over half court, they can do that. We have forwards that can shoot. We have forwards that can defend. So it makes it so it's kind of, I guess, I don't want to say role-less basketball, but we're able to be more creative with our spots and where we are on the court, I guess, if that makes sense. So, I don't know, it's more freeing the way we play basketball and the way we're able to defend, the way we're able to play on offense as well. Yeah.
Hi. I wanted to ask you, what do you think makes Duke defense so strong? And then in terms of defense, what are your game planning processes look like in practices leading up to your games?
I think what makes Duke defense so strong is I think just the emphasis that we have on Duke defense. We practice. In practice, we do everything. We like to expand on every single part of our game. But I think for us, defense is definitely something we like to focus on a lot. And then also just our defensive schemes, and then what Coach Kara is bringing as well in terms of her knowledge in the pros. She worked for the Celtics. She's kind of done it all, so she's able to bring that knowledge and then help us with our defensive schemes. And then I think for us, a lot of it is just effort, because that's what defense is. So, if you mess up the first play of defense, because we've all been there. I've definitely been there freshman year. So, if you do that, then there's always a backup option. There's always someone there to have your back, and that's kind of what we emphasize during practice.
Yeah, and then now that, as you're saying, you're entering your sophomore year, learning from freshman year, are there any, key specific things you want to improve upon, or, mental things you want to, focus on?
Just on defense or overall?
Overall.